What did you see from the rush game, and what was some of the problems against Penn State, and how do you guys correct it going forward in your final 3 weeks of the season?
I mean, for starters, you gotta give them plenty of credit. They did an excellent job of playing blocks and getting off blocks and making the plays that they had to make. Obviously, slow the run game down a little bit, but I think going into this week and for the rest of the season, I think everybody just has to do a better job of just focusing on their job and making sure that you're not trying to compensate for anybody else or anything like that. So you got to make sure that you trust that the person next to you, or obviously in front of me and myself, that they're going to do what they're supposed to do, and the hole's going to be where it's supposed to be. So I think it's just more of like a trust factor. Getting back to believing in each other that we can do it if we just put our minds to it, and we'll be able to get back to being successful in one game.
What are the strengths of this Michigan defense?
Pretty much everything. I mean, obviously they're one of the best defenses in the country, like the top 5, something like that. So, obviously it's going to be a challenge, but that's something that we strive for. I mean, you want a challenge, especially going up against great teams such as Michigan. I mean, they're good all across the board. I mean, they have good D line, obviously. Excellent linebackers led by obviously Peppers, and on the back end with Jordan Lewis playing corner, and then they have obviously all the other DBs are excellent as well. So we're gonna have to do an excellent job of being focused and executing on all cylinders. We can't be out there making mental mistakes or having procedure penalties or things that just stall drives, because they'll jump on it and they'll take advantage of it.
Is there anything you can exploit from their defense? Do they have any weaknesses that you see?
I mean, I wouldn't say they really don't. I mean, not much. I mean, I think the main thing is you just have to go out there and compete against them. I mean, you just can't go out there and just because like they're Michigan that you just lay down and let them beat you. You're gonna have to go out there and compete. You're gonna have to give 100% effort because we're such a talented team like that, with talented players like that. I mean, they're not going to let you. They're not going to care like if you're hurt or if you're sore or anything like that, or if you don't feel like going hard that play, because they're obviously trying to win a football game as well. They have big ambitions for their season. So we just have to make sure that we're going out there, we're competing every snap, and we're executing, and we're trusting in each other.
What was Michigan week like growing up, where you were with your dad's background, where you lived, and everything?
Obviously, it was a big week. I mean, especially being from Ohio. I mean, no one really likes Michigan at all. I mean, the team from up north is what they call in Ohio. So, it's always growing up, being little, being a Buckeye fan when I, watched way back then. Obviously it's always a big week. I mean, there's always a big game. There's always, pretty important implications, whenever that game came, and it was always big. And, obviously, I was always rooting for the Buckeyes. I mean, it was big in my household. Everybody, we get together and, you watch the game together and stuff like that. But, I mean, it was always a good time.
With your, dad being a player there and growing up the way you did, is this your first crack at Michigan, or did you play in 13?
No, I did not play in 13. So this is really like my first crack against them. And obviously, I know my dad particularly doesn't like them because I think his senior year, they had lost to Michigan, and that was their only loss that they had that season. So obviously it's going to be big, and obviously in my household. So it's a big game, and I'm excited for the challenge.
Did he say anything to you, like say how, or and your brother too, for that matter? I mean, going up against Michigan.
No, nothing really. I mean, he just says that obviously that they're usually always a good team. They're going to compete hard, and they're going to give effort. They're going to have talented players, obviously, all across the board. So you got to make sure that you're on your game whenever you're playing.
Does the offense need a certain level of comfort in what it's doing to get to you in the playbook, because it seems like it's just not gotten to you this year, and certainly like last weekend?
Yeah, I mean, it's been kind of tough, obviously, the past few weeks. We just got to get back to doing us, and just executing and doing fundamentally sound things that that got us to being successful that we've had in previous games and previous years. We just got to get back to being fundamentally sound, trusting in the system, trusting in each other, and you know, hopefully good things will come out of that.
Do you feel like you only had 20 carries plus carries once this year? Do you want the ball more? I mean, I think it would help your offense probably.
I mean, I just do whatever they ask of me. I mean, obviously as a running back, I mean, you want the ball. I mean, you want to get the ball as many times as possible. But you know, you obviously as a team guy, and you know, trying to do whatever best for the team, you just do whatever the coaches ask of you. And whenever your number is called, you got to make sure that you take advantage of it. Because I mean, obviously with Akron, I mean, with us two in the backfield, I mean, we're obviously not going to get like 1 million touches every game and stuff like that. So, you know, we got to make sure that, you know, we take advantage of the chances we do have opportunities. And, you know, if coaches want somebody to get the ball more, you know, he'll make that decision. And, you know, we just got to believe in that.
You guys have a lot. I mean, Michigan's number 3. We've got a lot of momentum. They'll probably maybe go up in the rankings tonight, the CFP rankings. Can Iowa win Saturday?
Of course. I mean, you know, we don't go in, you know, throughout the week, you know, thinking that, you know, we don't have a chance or anything like that. Obviously, we know that they're an excellent team, and it's going to take a great effort from us as a whole. You know, we're going to have to be firing on all cylinders, and you know, we don't look at a task as it's impossible or anything like that. You know, we compete, you know, 12 games out of the year, and you know, we're working out pretty much the entire year after that. So you know, we don't go in any game or anything like that thinking that, you know, we don't have a chance or anything like that, because you know, we're competitors. Everybody on this team, you know, you wouldn't be here if you weren't a competitor. So obviously, you know, we just gotta have that. Like, you gotta bring everybody along. You gotta have everybody believe that, you know, you can go out there and compete and you can win.
It's understandable it'll be maybe a little bit frustrated with the way things have gone, especially on offense. You know, other than the Purdue game, it's kind of been a real grind. How do you guys consult with, you know, whether it's your position coach or Greg Davis or Kirk Ferentz, to kind of try to express how you feel, what you think might work? What's the relationship like? Is it two-way communication, or is it just simply they tell you, you do?
No, it's two-way communication. You know, they listen to us. If you think something might be a little bit better, might help the team a little bit. You know, obviously they'll consider it, and then, you know, we might try it out at practice or something like that to, you know, see how it looks and see how it works. So I mean, it's a good communication both ways. You know, that's something, you know, it's something more that we can also improve on. But you know, it's not just you know, them telling us what to do. I mean, obviously a lot of it is that, but you know, if we have a suggestion or something like that, you know, they'll definitely listen to us.
Have you seen the uniforms for Saturday yet?
Nah. I mean, I'm assuming it'll just, you know, be normal stuff. I mean, who knows?
No special reveal on Saturday?
No clue.
You guys, coming back from Penn State, it had to have been a tough get up the next day and watch film. Can you kind of judge maybe where the team is at by you know, your teammates getting to that moment and going through what had to have been a hard watch, and trying to learn from it? I mean, is that, are you watching your teammates and trying to, okay, that guy's into it, that guy's not, that guy's into it, that guy's not?
You know, obviously last weekend was obviously disappointing for everyone involved. You know, we obviously didn't play well enough to win or, you know, have any type of momentum or anything like that. So obviously it was disappointing, but you know, everybody out there, you know, it's not like people were just giving up or anything like that. You know, because like I said earlier, you only have 12 guaranteed opportunities to play the game, and you know, you're working out the entire year. So obviously, no one's going to just go out there and, you know, just give up, even if you're getting beat. Because I mean, you're going to have sometimes, you know, when you're competing, you know, you're going to have games that don't necessarily go your way. So you know, we just got to, you know, learn from the mistakes that we did last Saturday. You know, don't let, like Coach Ferentz says, don't let one loss beat you twice. And so we got to make sure that, you know, we learn from the mistakes, and you know, we just dust ourselves off and, you know, get back up and, you know, get ready to go compete again.
All right, thanks, LeShun.